was a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's got Allen.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. To throw is Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rod Woodson with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Come on, set the AT Gator. Let's get some penetration here.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
To throw once more on second and 10. Minshew. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Minshew. Pressure. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. X3, 218, chop. Watch twins.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here it comes, here it comes. Hit it.
And to give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Elway. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
54, right there, 54.
Hey, over.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slant.
Topper, topper.
Mostert. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it for 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Julian Edelman, 30 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, the 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Christian Kirk, 89 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Well, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 2nd down, Peyton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch 48.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Hey, Haywood! Quaker Omaha!
On second down now, Peyton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Cousins now to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted to break tendency there. Catch the defense plan for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Now Cousins on 4th down. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He's going to let it go. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Godwin, 28 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On first, they'll throw with Elway. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Elway. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, exit.
On 3rd down, Elway. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On second down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Shoot. Hey, Charlie.
54.
A first down throw for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
After the interception, here's Elway. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Elway will throw. Flush to his right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Elway. This is caught. Clark. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Elway looking to pass again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Zerline's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
That's good. For our Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cousins on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First down. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Cousins. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Hey, Leroy. Gun.
To throw again on second down. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Chris Godwin His second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Elway to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 3rd down, Elway. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Elway. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Down. You ready? Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Check. 36.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, we're good. We're good. You ready?
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr completes it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive was surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
And now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
Third down. 3rd and long.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Now Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Check.
First.
Go, tackle. Go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Gun.
Mike 54.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, exit. Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Payton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Good route there.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch 61. Match box.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Bravo.
Tighten up.
On play action, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
Yellow. Hey, team 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Monday, down. 180.
Mike 58, right there. Hey, I can reach tracks. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lamar Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Cousins to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, wahoo! Gun!
Come on. Check.
Listen to me.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. You don't know.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. 59. 59.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Who that?
Hey, receiver.
Mike 59. Mike. Check.
Where's the hot?
Cousins again. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
55. Hey, echo. Here we go.
Again, it's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Carr to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It's complete to Hopkins. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Check. White. You're mine.
Carr now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He finds Hopkins complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Switch. Alert 3. Have me.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This will be fielded at the 6. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Hey, Orbit.
On second down, Cousins again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Kill.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Now this is incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check. Watch 54.
Two. First. Hey, Alpha.
Following the interception, Cousins got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yellow.
They'll throw again. Cousins letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. David Moore there to make the grab, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 39-yard line.
Monday, down. 180.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but On offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing is Cousins. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
Gun.
We got motion, back up.
On first down, Peyton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
What we got?
Hey, high 7.
Cousins now. He goes underneath to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Brown. 62 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Carr. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Right there, 54 Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Cousins here to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The connection made, it's Graham. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. Being chased out left. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on first down. Peyton, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this is caught. It's Edelman. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Julian Edelman, 35 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing. Wait it. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 66 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. They were looking for Johnson that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's wrapped up. Taken down back at the 25.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Setting up the screen for Cook. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw, Cousins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Run. Bring up 48. Hey, box truck.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Let's go one more.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Good route here.
1st and 10 at the 40.
To the air again. It's Cousins. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Echo.
Again, it's Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. On 1st down, Peyton. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on 1st down. Payton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
From the 17, Cousins. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
46-yard line.
Get in the right room. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Tackle. 47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Listen to me.
Cousins on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, no, easy.
They'll throw again. Cousins. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
47's the most.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Cousins steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's in. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Sweetness, Walter Payton. And it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Cousins now. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. Cousins is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are able to regain the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play and that little bit of hesitancy. Often works really well for offensive guys.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 49 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
47,
They'll try and throw for it here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mean Joe Green. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
218, chop.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 13, check 13. Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Gun.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Shaquille Barrett, his second sack of the night. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
70, Indy.
On second down, Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. Well, now they'll try the end around. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. From the 35 on second down, Tannehill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Well, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Jet bomber. Jet bomber. Check three. No. Through.
This is Ingram. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm going back to you. Kill.
Hey, team 6.
91 in the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man has got one. It's complete. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Cousins here to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And this is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. Yo, Cheetah. Beat them.
Manning now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Manning. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Kennard leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Manning, and a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. Play action, Manning. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alpha.
Throwing again. Manning. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Again, they'll throw with Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Man, I got you.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. It's complete to Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson, 42 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He completes it to Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
55, Mike, 55. Let him know, let him know.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught by Mike Evans. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike,
Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Randall dropping the hammer. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood! 44.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So
It's easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try, but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
47.
3rd and long for Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check. Lucky. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Begin.
From the 25 on second down, Manning. And this is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
44 to Mike. Check. Okay, just like that. 44
On play action, now Manning. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
44.
Again, it's Manning. That's complete to Robinson. 15 yards through the air and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Manning being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's Hill, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the locker. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you crosstown to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Prescott from the gun on third. He completes it to Evans. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Hey, check right. Watch it, you run. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, now.
Slam.
Hey, 47.
55.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That one complete to Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watch the slip.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Complete. It's Henry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Welcome back live to Orlando as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Manning. He finds Robinson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devon Kennard, his 2nd sack of the night. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Working from the gun, Manning. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will make our score 9-0. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Mike Bobo.
Shoot.
On 2nd and 7, Manning got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Manning now on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
It's just me and you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 40 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Manning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. John Randall able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Edelman, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.